Hi guys, this is Hero. How's everyone doing today? आज बता केम छो? आज सब कैसे हो? So today I'm going over how to improve relations in your life, okay? Or a good tip. Now, the simple answer right off the front is the best way to improve relations in your life is to just be more yourself, okay? Now, however, I wish I could just say that and end the video, but I can't because it gets a lot more complicated than that, right? Why? The main reason why is because your thoughts and emotions can cloud your judgment about who you are, okay? That's the only reason why I can't just turn this video off right now and I have to discuss more. Okay. Your thoughts and emotions can severely, have you live in illusion. Like for those of you guys who are a little bit spiritual might know. Okay. For example, let's just say, you or somebody you know objectively views himself as a loser. Okay. And they like playing video games. Okay. Now, they could think that that's, just who they are, right? Now, I would possibly disagree here. Reason why is because that most likely for majority of the people is not actually who they are, okay? It's just what their mind is the most comfortable with and what they've kind of been conditioned to do, okay? There's a lot of variables in how they've been conditioned to do this or whatever, or what has them perpetually continue to do this activity and live in this kind of mental environment. But that's that, right? Same thing with let's just say people who love to go out and drink, right? Most likely people who are excessively drinking alcohol and partying, it's not actually who they are. Most of them, it's just what they've been kind of programmed to do. Okay. Now, moving forward. So I gave some examples on how there are some things that people think that is them, but that might not actually be them. Now, what's important to understand is that there are some things for some people that are who they are, and then there are some things for other people that's like not who they are, but that could be coined as who they are. Let me give you an example. Going to the gym. Okay. I like going to the gym, right? I feel like it's a real, true calling kind of for me, right? But like, okay, I'm about like 200 pounds right now, right? So if I were to go down to 120, I would like to think that even if I just magically chopped my weight in half and I was told, hey, no matter how much you go to the gym, do diet, whatever, you can never go back. You can never gain another pound again, right? I'd still think I'd like to go to the gym because I just like the activity of like, moving the weights around and things like that. Like this is why I also don't use machines, okay? Because even though, from a bodybuilding perspective, they could be better and stuff, it's just not like who I am, right? I just like, the free weights and things like that. Now, there are another group of people who would go to the gym for the superficial results, but if it wasn't for the superficial results in some way, shape, or form, they would not go, okay? So point I'm trying to make here is you can do the same activity and it could be who you are for some people and it could be who you are not for some people. This is why, a big thing right now is like improving your relations. And there's a lot of advice on there on what to do and what not to do. And what I'm trying to say is some of that advice could work for some people. Some of that advice could not work for some people, okay? Because like, for example, going to the gym might work, might not. It might be who you are. It might not be who you are. It might not be who you are, but it also kind of might indirectly change your life energetically in an indirect way and get you to do other stuff outside of the gym to make you who you are, right? So it can be a little bit tricky here. Now, you might be thinking, oh, Hero, it's so tricky. So how do I, just know what's who I am and what's not? Well, for those of you guys who have been watching my video for some time, the answer is meditation, okay? Or just finding some way to go within and, being conscious of the temporary thoughts and emotions that are affecting your decision making and moving past those, and also seeing what root expectations or fears are causing those emotions and thoughts, and also dealing with them to make better decisions and act in a more grounded and conscious way in your life, okay? And then once you do that, then you will inadvertently I'm not going to say inadvertently, actually. But just by default, people in your life will, over time, will just form that you have like a more true, like soul-like connection with them, because you have a certain energy or mix of energies inside of you and you're going in a certain direction. So you will automatically just gel well with people who are also in that same energetic space. Now, one thing you need to realize is that there will still be certain people in your life that were part of your old energetic space that are not just going to leave immediately. Okay, I'm not going to cover that too much in this video, but I do want to just mention that. So it's not like, oh, you just do one random meditation and you think you change something inside you and your whole world just changes. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I will say is, over time you do this, results will slowly trickle behind, like eventually. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So moving forward, so being yourself, right? Some of the common things that prevent people from being themselves is, like I said, fears and expectations, right? This is what causes emotions and thoughts, which cause our decision making to be affected. So if you deal with those expectations and fears, you can step by step make better decisions and things like that, right? So certain expectations that hinder us is certain external expectations, right? Like, you feel like you need to have this or do this to achieve this. But what I'm telling you is that is not necessarily true, okay? We've been kind of programmed to, do certain things for certain results, but you don't actually need to do that. For example, I would like to think me making these YouTube videos, right? Or these YouTube videos that I make, I'm not going to necessarily get anything out of this. And in fact, most people in my life actually think this is a huge waste of time, like that actually know me in my life and have no spiritual interest and things like that, right? But this is something that I believe is truly within me. So it kind of indirectly improves the relations in my life. It doesn't mean I'm just going to overnight have like a million friends that are, have the same mindset as me. No, but over time, it kind of fixes things, right? Same thing with the machines at the gym thing, right? Like, I do that, and because of that, because I'm acting in a more way that's true to myself, in other aspects, even like outside the gym, I'm somehow attracting people that are also in that same vibe, right? For example, I've had a couple of close female friends in my life, okay? Now, I noticed they like to water plants, okay? Now, there was no reason why they like to water plants. They just like to water plants. It just felt like who they were. And a part of me respected that and appreciated that a lot, okay? And they weren't going to get anything out of watering the plants. I mean, yeah, sure, over time the plant was going to grow, but it's not like they were going to sell it and make like some kind of planting business or something like that. No, this is just what they felt was a true calling for them, a true like thing, what's like who they are and stuff. So inadvertently, you could say that like the energy, somehow you become more who you are, you will attract more people of who you are, okay? But a big thing is not to get too emotional, okay? This is a big problem, okay? A lot of people, they just think they're doing stuff who they are, but actually they're just blinded by their own emotions and thoughts and things like that. So because they have too many expectations and fears inside of them, so they're not actually being who they are. It's like an illusion of who they are or who they want to be, okay? So you just have to watch out for that. I will give you an example, okay, without giving too much specifics. Let's just say you are in a long-term relationship or with even married, okay? And you are stepping outside your relationship to be physically intimate with somebody else because you feel like that's just who you are, that's just what you want to do, or that's just what your soul want to do, whatever, right? That is probably not true, okay? Because your soul is just not really interested in those lower level energies like that to an extent, okay? Especially in this sort of environment. Now, like I said, it's not about what you do, it's about how you do it. There could be a very small off chance that this is who you are, but most likely it's not, okay? Most likely this is just your emotions and your thoughts blinding you, and it is not going to end well for you, okay? But I just wanted to say this example just to let you know, like, anything you're thinking about doing, because you obviously want to be more and more who you are, right? But you need to really be aware of the thoughts and emotions that are perpetuating this decision. And if you are aware of that, seeing, okay, what expectations and fears are producing these thoughts and emotions, and go from there. And like I said, I have many videos on meditation and things like that, and how to connect more with your true self. Also, I think I also have a video on being emotional versus being spiritual, okay? So maybe watch that so you can kind of see more about this. And I also have other videos on like how to possibly fix your relationships in your life and things like that, okay? But this is something that I've noticed is key, because like I said, a lot of the advice on the internet, it's about just doing the right things, but it's not about necessarily doing the right things. It's about doing right things, right, for you, not necessarily doing the right things. So if that made sense, great. Hopefully it did. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions or comments, you can let me know. And until next time, I'll talk to everyone later. Thank you all so much for watching.